Ever pondered if coincidences are just random events or the universe trying to tell us something? A coincidence, by definition, is a remarkable concurrence of events or circumstances without apparent causal connection. But sometimes, these seemingly random occurrences can make us question the very fabric of randomness in life. Some coincidences are so astounding that they leave us wondering, is it all just by chance, or is there a grand design at play? Prepare to be amazed as we count down the top 10 most bewildering coincidences. At number 10, we delve into the eerie world of literature. Let's talk about Edgar Allan Poe, the master of macabre himself. He penned a novel in 1838 titled The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym. The story revolves around a shipwreck where the survivors, driven to desperation, decide to eat a cabin boy named Richard Parker to stay alive. Now, fast forward to 1884, over 4 decades later. A yacht named Mignonette foundered, and the survivors resorted to cannibalism to survive. Here's where it gets spooky. The unfortunate soul who became their meal? His name was Richard Parker. That's right. A real-life tragedy eerily mirrored a fictional event penned by Poe nearly half a century earlier. The name of the victim, the dire circumstances, everything aligns in a way that sends chills down your spine. It's as if Poe had somehow foreseen this grim event, casting a long, dark shadow from the past into the future. A chilling coincidence, wouldn't you agree? Number 9 takes us to the extraordinary lives of identical twins. Let's delve into the bizarre world of the Jim twins, 2 men separated at birth, yet seemingly bound by an unseen thread of extraordinary coincidence. Adopted by different families, they grew up hundreds of miles apart, yet their lives followed strikingly similar paths. Both were named Jim, both married women named Linda, and later remarried women named Betty. They shared a love for carpentry and each had a son named James Allen. As if this wasn't captivating enough, they both held security jobs, drove Chevrolets, and even vacationed on the same beach in Florida. Their parallel lives seemed to defy the odds, creating a real-life mystery that continues to baffle scientists and coincidence enthusiasts alike. Did they share a psychic bond? Or was it simply a remarkable case of genetic blueprints operating independently? The question remains unanswered, leaving us to wonder, could this be a case of nature over nurture? Number 8 brings us to the construction of the Hoover Dam. This colossal project, built in the early 20th century, was not without its tragedies. It claimed the lives of over 100 workers. But a chilling coincidence stands out among these casualties. The first and last workers to die were not just related, they were father and son. On December 20, 1922, a surveyor by the name of J.G. Tierney drowned while assessing the site for the future dam. 13 years later, almost to the very day, his son Patrick Tierney met a similarly tragic fate. On December 20, 1935, Patrick fell from one of the dam's intake towers. This father and son bookended the project's fatalities, their lives claimed by the very monument they helped build. The Hoover Dam, a marvel of modern engineering, a testament to human ingenuity, also carries with it a tale of familial tragedy. A tragic irony in the annals of construction history. At number 7, we have a writer and a comet. A breathtaking cosmic dance and a literary genius converge in this fascinating tale. Samuel Clemens, better known as Mark Twain, was born in 1835, the same year Halley's Comet graced the night sky. Twain was always fascinated by this celestial visitor, and he even predicted his own fate would be intertwined with the comet. In his autobiography, Twain wrote, "I came in with Halley's Comet. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life if I don't go out with Halley's Comet." And incredibly, the universe conspired to fulfill his prophecy. In 1910, as Halley's Comet returned to the night sky, Mark Twain passed away. A coincidence? Perhaps. Or maybe, just maybe, there's a cosmic connection we're yet to understand. After all, in the grand scheme of the universe, aren't we all just stardust? Is it possible to predict one's life with a comet? Number 6 takes us to Italy and a royal doppelganger. Picture this. King Umberto I, the sovereign of Italy, walks into a small restaurant in Monza on a fateful July evening in 1898. To his bewilderment, he finds the restaurant's owner to be his spitting image. But the striking similarities didn't stop at their appearances. They were both born on the same day, in the same year, and in the same town. They got married on the same day, and their wives shared the same name. But the most astonishing coincidence was yet to come. On July 29, 1898, both men met their untimely demises. King Umberto was tragically assassinated, and shockingly, the restaurant owner was killed in an unrelated incident on the very same day. This tale of two lives, eerily mirrored and abruptly ended, is a royal coincidence that's hard to believe. At number 5, we have a bullet that finds its mark in the most unexpected way. Set your imagination to the tumultuous times of the First World War. The Battle of Gallipoli is raging with soldiers' lives hanging in the balance. The air is thick with tension and the deafening sounds of gunfire. Now, imagine this. A soldier fires his rifle. The bullet propels out, cutting through the air with deadly precision. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of finding its mark in the enemy line, it hits another bullet mid-air. Yes, you heard it right. A bullet hitting another bullet in the heat of battle. This isn't something out of a Hollywood movie, folks. This is a real event, captured for posterity. A moment frozen in time, a testament to the sheer randomness of life and war. A bullet destined to hit an enemy soldier instead finds another bullet. Bullets crossing paths on a battlefield, a 1 in a billion coincidence. Number 4 brings us to a painting that predicted the future. Picture this, a vessel, enshrouded in darkness, colliding with a monstrous iceberg. This chilling scene is the exact depiction in The Prophet, a painting by English artist William T. Maud. But here's the catch. This painting was created in 1898, a full 14 years before the Titanic met its icy fate. The eerie similarities don't stop there. The ship in the painting bears a striking resemblance to the Titanic, and the iceberg, looming ominously in the painting, is a mirror image of the one that caused the Titanic's demise. Even the name The Prophet seems to hint at the tragedy that was yet to come. Could this just be a startling coincidence? Or did Maud, through his art, somehow tap into the future? It's a question that continues to baffle art historians and conspiracy theorists alike. Art imitating life or predicting it? At number 3, we have a man who struck luck twice. Let's talk about Frane Selak, a Croatian music teacher who became known as the world's unluckiest man, and then ironically, the luckiest. Over a span of 40 years, Selak cheated death 7 times. He survived a train crash, plane crash, bus crash, and even a car explosion. But the universe had a surprise in store for him. In 2003, at the age of 73, Selak won $1 million in the Croatian lottery. The odds? 1 in 750 million. After a lifetime of near-death experiences, Selak found himself on the other side of the coin, basking in the glow of unimaginable luck. He proved that life could be a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, and sometimes the universe throws a curveball that could change everything in an instant. Luck or coincidence? You decide. Number 2 takes us to the uncanny connections between 2 American presidents. Now let's delve into the mysterious similarities between the lives and assassinations of Presidents Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy. Both Lincoln and Kennedy were elected to the presidency exactly 100 years apart. Lincoln in 1860 and Kennedy in 1960. Coincidentally, both were assassinated on a Friday, and both were sitting next to their wives during the tragic incidents. Even the assassins, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey Oswald, share uncanny parallels. Booth and Oswald were born a century apart, and both were killed before they could be tried. The successors of Lincoln and Kennedy were both named Johnson, and both were Southern Democrats. Moreover, both Johnsons were in the Senate before their vice presidency. These startling similarities raise a lot of eyebrows, making us wonder about the mysterious fabric of time and history. History repeating itself in the eeriest way. And finally, at number 1, we have a man ahead of his time. Here's a tale that's sure to spark your curiosity. Picture this. It's 1941, but there appears to be a man sporting attire that wouldn't look out of place in today's fashion scene. His sunglasses and printed tee are strikingly modern, an anachronism in a sea of fedoras and tailored suits. Is he a time traveler, or was he simply a man ahead of the fashion curve? A time-traveling hipster or a fashion pioneer? The debate continues. From literature predicting reality to presidential parallels, the world is full of incredible coincidences. Let's take a moment to revisit the top 3 coincidences discussed today. The Lincoln-Kennedy connection, a series of eerie similarities between 2 of America's most iconic presidents, truly makes one ponder the intricacies of time and fate. Then we have the time-traveling hipster. whose out-of-place attire in a vintage photograph sparked wild theories and debates. Was it a simple wardrobe anomaly or a real-life time traveler? Lastly, we highlighted the striking lottery winner, whose unbelievable luck defied all odds and left us all dreaming of hitting the jackpot. These tales of incredible happenstance remind us of the unpredictable, mysterious, and at times downright bizarre nature of life. Whether these are mere coincidences or fate, they certainly add an element of mystery to our lives. Until next time, keep wondering and questioning.